and gentlemen, Niles Young is the Darkhorse Championship Wrestling Television Champion, and Kimberly is the DCW Ladies Heavyweight Champion.
And we see the DCW power couple, Niles Young and Kimberly.
And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by Missy Sampson, the Latin Dragon.
And here we see the mysterious Latin Dragon. We saw him last week facing off against Niles Young. And now we know a little bit more about him, but not a whole lot. We know his name, and we know that he's smart enough to bring an equalizer to ringside with him, the daughter of anarchy, Missy Sampson. It looks like she's got something to say.
Oh, I changed already. I appreciate that, though. I could. I am from Philly. I think we've all got pretty sick and tired of watching the two of you and how you go about winning your title matches.
That's true.
So, Niles Young, since you brought out the Seattle Skank Squad, I'm out here just to watch my boy Latin back and make sure this match doesn't go like your others and goes right down the middle. And while I have no doubt Latin Dragon's taking your boyfriend out, stick your nose in and I'll give these people what they really want, and that's me and you in a Philly street fight.
Well.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is one fall with a 10-minute time limit. It is for the Darkhorse Championship Wrestling Television title. Your referee, Mark Steele.
DCW action underway. The TV champion, Niles Young, against the Latin Dragon. Now, David, we saw Latin Dragon last week coming out to face up with Niles Young. We didn't know who he was, where he came from, why he was here, but it's pretty obvious he has come for the DCW television title.
Have to remember last week, Darren, absolutely Niles, when the Dragon hit the ring, he bailed, and that is something we simply do not see. This is going to be a fast match. This is going to be full of action. There's going to be high flying. I guarantee you there's going to be some good old fisticuffs too, Darren.
Right, in action to the outside already. We've got Latin Dragon going to work on Niles Young. Both of the ladies kind of staying back, but as we heard from the original rider, Diamond Chick, Missy Sampson, she is here if Kimberly gets involved in this match.
Absolutely. She's going to make sure things go right down the middle. We're into the audience now.
They're up into the stands.
This is not no DQ. This is not no count out. If they're not careful here, this match is going to end, and Niles is going to maintain the title.
Well, referee Mark Steele being very, very lenient. Oh! And Latin Dragon with a series of aerial maneuvers takes Niles Young down to that hard gym floor.
You hear these fans, they're calling for a new champion. They can smell something there. Here we go, there's a cover, one. Looked like 1.5, referee calling it 2.
David, I wish we knew a little bit more about the Latin Dragon so we could keep our fans informed, but we really don't know anything.
Darren, I'll tell you what, internet search gave me nothing. I tried to talk to this. Oh, awesome power slam.
That was
Dragon able to kick out.
That was the quickest power slam I've ever seen.
I think that was purely desperation and instinct on Niles' part, wanting to hold on to that title for sure. But I tried to talk to the Dragon. He simply flew right by me, right out the door, and he was on his way. He wouldn't stop in the parking lot. He wouldn't stand still in the dressing room. I couldn't get a word in with the man.
Well, I guess all we need to know is why he's here, and that's for Niles Young's television title. Oh, and here we see Kimberly getting involved, but Missy Sampson is on the chase, and Kimberly wisely getting away.
Absolutely. Don't want to get in the path of Missy. As Missy said, she is from Philadelphia. She is well versed in the street fight.
Oh, she will throw down. Don't you doubt that. And Niles Young getting a little cocky here, standing on the throat of the Latin Dragon. But listen to this crowd, David. They want the Latin Dragon to go home with the gold.
Absolutely solidly behind this mystery man.
Only two. He cannot keep the Dragon down.
Going for a choke, marker of steel, administering the 5 count, gets to 4. Got to admire Niles for that. Slowed the Dragon down for a minute with that choke. Dragon making a nice comeback though. Oh, big elbow. Fans solidly behind the Dragon.
You can hear it. You can hear it out here onto the floor. Very, very close to Kimberly, and there she goes, and Missy Sampson again. And I think the Latin Dragon has made the right choice in who he picked to watch his back during this match.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And David Kimberly telling the referee, hey, she's chasing me, keep her away from me.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to fall. I'm sure she's going to get a lot of sympathy,
Right.
curry a lot of favors with the ref on that. I think Niles is kind of trying to figure out what to do here. I think he's lost. This is one of the longest title matches we've seen for the television champion ever. Oh. Dragon up top.
Huge splash. Shoots that elbow in, and what's he looking for here? Oh! Standing, twisting moonsault.
2 count.
Oh.
2 count. Close. Dragon can't believe he couldn't put Niles away.
Niles Young rolls through. The Dragon catches him, shoots him off, misses with the clothesline. Oh, takes a big boot to the gut.
Absolutely. Niles wasting no time with the cover. Got him!
Niles Young retains the DCW television title. A great showing in this first outing for the Latin Dragon, but not enough for a win over one half of DCW's power couple, Niles Young.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still Darkhorse Championship Wrestling television champion, Niles Young.
DCW fans none too happy with his victory. And the power couple, well, they thought better of it, taunting the Latin Dragon and Missy Sampson, but
Ladies
while David goes back up to the ring, well, you can hear it. The fans are asking for it. The daughter of Anarchy, Missy Sampson, is not leaving ringside. The fans want a street fight, but we don't see Kimberly anywhere.
Missy's not going anywhere until Kimberly comes back out.
Ladies and gentlemen, your chants do not fall on deaf ears. The promoter is listening. What you say, he will attempt to deliver.
Wait for me,
The DCW masses, they're asking for it. Street fight, Missy Sampson and Kimberly. We might see that. I don't know if we'll see it tonight, but we might see it in a future episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to see the Darkhorse Championship Wrestling heavyweight title defended? Coming to the ring, Chris Taylor!
And on his way to the ring, we see Chris Taylor, DCW's resident Duke of Debauchery, a hard partying rock and roller. And tonight he has that DCW heavyweight title shot. He earned it last week, and he is ready to take on Sledgehammer Shane Hagler, and it is going to be a tough test for this young man, but I think he is more than ready for it.
And making his way to the ring, he is the current Darkhorse Championship Wrestling heavyweight champion, Sledgehammer Shane Hagler!
And the champ makes his way to the ring. The immovable object, the notorious one, the Sledgehammer, Shane Hagler. And he is fired up. Loves to get in the ring, loves to duke it out. And this will be an interesting matchup of two resident fan favorites here in DCW. Different styles, they come from different backgrounds, but the fans love them both. But there's going to be no love lost in this ring. Chris Taylor is going to try to take that DCW heavyweight title on Shane Hagler. Sorry, let's cut that. Shane Hagler is going to try everything he can to keep it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is one fall with a 20-minute time limit, and again, it is for the DCW heavyweight title.
This heavyweight title matchup is underway. Chris Taylor ducking under Shane Hagler and doing a little dance. He loves being in the ring. He loves being in front of the fans. He loves the cheers. And he would love to go home with that gold, David.
Absolutely, and these two are friends. Make no mistake. Saw them at dinner last week after we finished up the show.
Oh, and Shane Hagler picking Chris Taylor up, sets him in the corner. And Chris Taylor, he just kind of accepted that and
didn't really have much of a choice there, Derek.
No, if Shane Hagler wants to move you, you're going to move. Chris Chris Taylor laying in the strikes. We saw a couple of kicks, a couple of forearms, but tries that shoulder block, and, well,
That didn't work.
Shane Hagler's not going anywhere, David.
Absolutely. Big boy, 320, 325 pounds. You run into him with about, I'm going to say, no disrespect intended, 185, it's just not going to happen.
And this is what Chris Taylor is going to have to do. He is going to have to use his speed to avoid the onslaught of Shane Hagler and hit those strikes.
He's going to have to stick and move. He's going to have to hit him and get out of the way, and hit him and get out of the way. And that was not getting out of the way.
Oh, no.
At this point, I would say Chris Taylor's probably looking for the way out. No, I can't really say that. Chris Taylor, quite a competitor, even though he's in there with the Darkhorse champion, and even though they are friends, he is going to give it 100%. This man will take no shortcuts. He will not walk away. He will not quit.
No, and you wouldn't expect anything less. He's not the #1 contender because he's going to walk away from a fight. He's the #1 contender because he is going to take the fight to whoever he's in the ring with, including Shane Hagler.
Absolutely, Darren. Where Shane would typically be all over his opponent at this point, and he'd be pressing the advantage, I think his friendship is forcing him to take his time and give Chris some time to recover. Uh-oh, big sidewalk slam, I think, here. Absolutely, and this could be over right here. Chris Taylor kicking out of it. We've seen lesser opponents fold at this point in the match. Taylor favoring his back. That impact, that had to jar every bone in his body. Oh, this is going to be a high suplex, holding him up there. Darren letting the blood rush to Chris's head. And once again, this could be over right now. This could be all over. Shane did not hook that far leg. Should have taken advantage. Once again, Darren, I've got to think it's the friendship here.
Well, that definitely has to factor in here. But if I have to play devil's advocate here, I will. These guys have got to put that friendship aside for the competition.
And I've got to say, I think that Chris Taylor has done just that. Splash in the corner, followed by those elbows. Oh!
Ooh. Took him up about 6 feet before he dropped him.
And all that weight on top. This is a pinning predicament here. I don't know why Shane, he's got something else in mind to call it quits here. What is this big man going to go up?
No.
This man is not a high flyer.
Well, David, the crowd's telling him to go up, and it looks like he's going to comply.
Karen, it just goes to show anything can happen in Darkhorse Championship
the
Wrestling.
Sledgehammer up, and he flies! But no one was home. And this may be the break that Chris Taylor's looking for, David.
Absolutely. Chris Taylor smartly rolling out of the way, but he's still having a hard time. He's taken a lot of high impacts, a lot of abuse in this match, not making the comeback quite as fast as he would like. Now it looks like Chris is headed up. Shane's still on Weird Street. Missile drop kick.
That only staggers him.
Smart using that drop toe hold and Shane's own rush against him to drive him into the turnbuckle. And Chris going back up top again. Tornado DDT? No. Shane throws him off.
Oh! There is that huge clothesline.
And it's all over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still DCW Heavyweight Champion, Shane Hagler.
here in this DCW heavyweight title match. But Chris Taylor gave it everything that he had against the big sledgehammer. And you have to give the respect where it's due. Chris Taylor bringing the fight. But Sledgehammer Shane Hagler going home with the gold. And fans, we just want to thank our friends at RWA for helping make this show possible. You can check them out at rwalive.com. They have helped us immensely with this week's show and the past week, and that show of respect we're seeing here.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Between Taylor and Hagler. That's nice to see.
Can't put a price on that, Darren.